Hello and welcome back to the combaticons, the review. Here we are for part 6, which is of course of the mighty Bruticus himself. Now first thing we're going to do is put the chest plate on here. You've got the Decepticon insignia. Actually looks like a little spaceship this. I'll just pop that on here into a little spot there, like so. You got his stay. You got his head, nice red eyes, nice head mould actually for Bruticus. And that just plop. Pops onto Onslaught's head, like so, and got Onslaught's gun, which is a bit small for Bruticus, I think. But luckily you can customise weapons with him, which I'll show you in a moment. And now we've got Bruticus' gun ready, and that's Bruticus is ready for war. Roar! Tremble before me, I am the mighty Bruticus! Pony Autobot! Ha! Sorry about that, folks. Now we've got Bruticus ready here in his combined mode. You see this guy is kick-ass. Let's take a look at him side on. Take him round. He's got pretty good articulation as well. We've got the arms do rotate 360 degrees. Not going to do that. Let's maybe start falling off him. Or you've got Vortex here, he's got his propeller, which you can use as a weapon as well. I think he used that in the animated series as well. As if the rest of the combaticons, as I've stated on all the other videos, he doesn't appear a lot in things. It's mainly mid battles as individual combaticons he appears. Of course, one thing I remember about Bruticus when he actually got in the comics, he got beat by Blaster. Then Blaster lured him into a false sense of security and took him out with a big pylon, separated him into his individual Constructicon bits. And of course, originally when he first appeared in the cartoon, he seemed pretty much unstoppable, beating the crap out of Devastator and got taken out by Menasor. And of course, in the Revenge of Bruticus, one thing I don't understand, you got the Autobots Decepticon combining forces, going to Cybertron to fight Bruticus. You use a space bridge, why aren't you going to Omega Supreme? Surely Omega Supreme can take Bruticus. If Menasor can take out Bruticus, Omega Supreme takes out Menasor, Omega Supreme should surely take out Bruticus. Why didn't they take the Stunticons to Cybertron? Or even the Protectobots, who later in the animated series actually, I believe they fought and actually, sorry, the Aerobots, sorry, later in the animated series they actually fought and defeated Bruticus as well. So all in all, Bruticus isn't really as hard as he's made out to be. He seems to get his ass kicked a lot. But Bruticus, his function as a warrior, his motto, the road to conquest is paved with Autobot Rex. Now, say Bruticus is cold-blooded. He likes nothing more than destroying Autobots. Once he starts running wild, he is unstoppable until he comes up against Blaster, who beats him. Go Blaster! Now, as I was mentioning earlier on, you got all the combaticons individual guns here, like so. Now, you can actually combine all these little guns into a big giant gun into guns for Bruticus. You got, like, for example, you can put, like, an example here. Like, for example, you could put Swindle's gun in here, like so. Put the gun for Vortex on here, so that's another gun for Bruticus. Swindle's gun doesn't seem to hold in pretty well in there, and that goes on, you can put that in here, into his left fist. Now you've got Onslaught's gun, it of course has a peg in it as well. Now you can put, you've got Brawl's gun here, that goes in nicely, because that's got a little slot in it as well. And then we can put Blastsoft's gun in here. So basically you've got it's basically got 3 guns in each hand, the guns combined, and into big body guns as well, which is always a cool thing. Yeah, it's pretty impressive figure. One of the better combiners out there, one of the best combiners, with the exception, of course, of probably Predaking. And let's have a quick look at the box for Bruticus. This is, of course, as I've stated earlier on, is the Encore edition of Bruticus, and we've got a box. We've got the box here for him, nicely packaged. Of course, when the combaticons first came out, they were all individually packaged. I believe they did do a gift set later on, and they've just released this Encore edition this year. Of course, is the issue of in Japanese. Got a nice big picture of Bruticus holding the gun. That's actually bigger than the gun you get for the figure. The gun seems more to scale with what a gun for Bruticus would be like. Got a nice picture of Onslaught here, Spindle, Brawl, Vortex, Blast Off. Of course, you got these. I love these on the back of the box. These are big space battles. You wonder, some of them in the old ones, you used to wonder what the hell was going on in them. Maybe look at these in another video one day. But sometimes you got a Transformer appearing about three different times. Oh, throughout the picture in the battle. Now, let's say we've got a little picture of Bruticus here. Of course, being dwarfed by Triptychon and of course Metroplex. You've got Magnus here. For some reason, you don't have Galvatron. It's strange. And of course, they've got the J1 style. You know, the sort of grid view. The Decepticon box being purple. All the combaticons down here. Bruticus himself. That's a lovely box. And that's Bruticus done with. Hope you've enjoyed the review. And stay tuned up for another review coming to you. Any requests, maybe thinking of doing Soundwave, 25th, well, the Transformers Universe Soundwave of his cassettes, or Masterpiece Starscream. Any requests, just say, and then I'll see what I can do. Thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. Bye for now.